Good morning, YouTube. It's me, Justin, May 7th, 2018. I want to touch on a few topics this morning, mainly addressing Iran's threats to retaliate and the tensions between Israel and Iran. The Iranian government, or whatever you want to call it, dictatorship, has vowed to retaliate, not a threat. So Israel is ramping up its defense systems, ready for an attack, but the Iranians said that they're just going to attack northern parts of northern Israel military bases. Not to worry, that they're not going to harm any innocent civilians, but they said that they don't want to start a war, they just want to retaliate. Now, you go shooting in rockets into Israel, they are going to retaliate. So it's with all the instability going on now with this Iranian deal, coming up May 12th, I believe, and Donald Trump says he's pretty much on the verge of ripping it up, shredding it up, which I think is a asinine deal in the first place. You've got Iranian people and the government screaming death to America all the time, and we have to write them a check, $250 million a year for I forgot how many years. And then May 14th, Israel celebrates their 70th year as a nation. So, is this, like I did in my video before on Friday the 13th saying don't let your guard down. I made that video in the morning about us bombing Syria, and I had so many comments come back, deleted a lot of them, said don't let your guard down because it was too quiet. And I had people say, you're a fool, you're an idiot, we're not going to bomb Syria, fake news, this and that. And then what happened later that night? Bombed the crap out of Syria over the supposed chemical attacks. So, but it's not like this is hearsay. This was Iranian officials responded and said that they were going to retaliate. So that's what we're looking ahead of, so to speak. And would this be what ignites World War III? Who knows? But anyways, like I said, it's time to get right with God, and I definitely, and they said, Iran said if we were to pretty much rip up the deal, that the American people will suffer. Oh, I can't remember exactly what it said. Basically, will suffer terribly, horribly, or whatever. I don't know if that means that they are going to try to attack America or whatever. So they're not good people by no means. So I just don't understand this deal from Obama, Muslim Obama, that administration that created that deal. It's just like giving milk money to the bully, or so to speak. $250 million a year, cut them a check. Why they scream death to America? I wouldn't give them one penny. Wouldn't even give them a rotten egg. So, but anyways, that's what I'm going to keep an eye on. Still feeling under the weather, but I want to do another shout out. I'm going to put a link to the video that Prophet Easy One made, talking about the UN and actual documents that were written in, I think, 1930 something or so. I'm not quite sure, but Luciferian documentation that's actually a part of the UN indoctrination, and it's a very, very, very eye-opening video, and it just goes to show how just parts that were written the attack on Christianity, separating family values. Just it's really, really amazing and to see it all as it is playing out. This was written by these Luciferian freaks, and this is what the UN actually has documents. It's like their handbook. So I urge people to check it out. It's very educational, and talk about wanting to pull your kids out of school and homeschool them. You know, it'd be a great idea for a lot of Christians out there. And I even seen this morning a poll where in the United States, 49% of all colleges have 0 Republican professors. The far left is just dominating the colleges and the educational system, and pumping the far left libertard ideology into these young minds. So that's why I want some of these younger people to see this video from Prophet Easy One. Even if you don't agree with whatever some of the things he says, this is actual documentation, actual writing from these Luciferian. I even think it's the book itself, or I don't know. You have to check it out. Like I said, I'm still not feeling well. Head's kind of foggy, but things are going to get ugly again. Like I said, when it gets quiet, and then you got, you know, Donald Trump's dealing with North Korea, is dealing with Russia, dealing with Syria, dealing with Israel, worried about China, trade deals and stuff, and the far left so worried about Stormy Daniels and this Russian collusion. It just shows you how far out, and mainstream media is not paying any attention, or they're, you know, it's a total blackout basically when it comes to Israel, because we know the big bankers and all that, you know, own all mainstream media anyways. You know, they own the papers, they own all that. They took over, I believe, in the late 1800s, early 1900s. All those big bankers bought out all the papers, and so your news that you're getting, you need to rely on real news, different YouTube channels, people that do their research. But that was my morning rant. So yeah, just pray. Like I said, May 12th, it's going to be a big day. May 14th, Israel celebrates their 70th year as a nation. Is that when Iran's going to attack? Is that when Palestine, they're going to shoot more rockets over? I don't know. But if they do, if Iran shoots into Israel, it's just not going to be, okay, well, you shot it and walk away. You know, it's going to be on. Game on. So, anyways, fear no man, never fear death. Get right with God, fight the good fight, and stay locked and loaded 100%. I'm going to go lay back down. Later.